Hey up! Hello, how are we doing?
Not too bad, how are you?
Why are you all so nash about the weather?
That's all bloody awful.
I was down here 2 weeks ago. It's only the second time I've been down here.
Yeah.
And all the police were just like, he gloves, doing this. I guess you're standing around and I'm just walking around and I'm...
Oh, if I could pace up and down,
Full of energy.
I'll be alright.
Why can't you dance?
I don't know, I better not, I'll probably get laughed at.
My
dance is that bad, I think.
It's not that it's against false policy to be dancing.
I don't think
I'm not
so.
in the top.
What, the dancing policy? Or just any false
The
policy
dancing
at all?
policy, yeah.
Good. You two are quite friendly.
Try to be.
Do you know those two up there?
I know who they are.
You know who they are?
I know they're police that work with us. Yeah.
Oh, but are they friends of yours?
With their colleagues, yeah.
They're colleagues. Are they friends of yours though?
So that we have a working relationship.
Would I be insulting you if I insulted them?
I'm sure I would, as long as you weren't polite about it. And
As long as I wasn't polite about it.
were polite about it.
Oh, it's... So, I mean, I thought he was going to go to B&Q, but I should have guessed that he was going to go to Paul's,
I'll
really.
lie, to be fair.
Go in and spin it round, straight back out again. They've been really unfriendly up there. They haven't been very pleasant people, which is a shame, because this is only my third interaction. I keep repeating myself, constantly doing this. It's the third time I'm down here, so I'm updating every time. It's the first time I'm here, it's the second time I'm here, it's the third time I'm here.
It's the third time I've been down there, to be fair.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Third time in how long?
A few years, for I think 4 years maybe.
4 years?
Yeah, the first one I went to, I think it might have been 2018 actually, it might have been.
Holy shit. See, I thought this had only been going on for about 2 or 3 years.
No, it's been
and I've
going
looked
on for
online, and
years.
yeah, it was like 5 years or so, the footage that I
a
could
lot
see on
longer,
YouTube.
yeah. But
quite
I
surprised.
sort of got away with it for a while, but yeah, so I think so. So for the third one, yeah.
You're not so keen on the cold.
I think I would have warmed up more. Yeah, I should have thought about it.
Oh dear. See, so yeah, third time down here. Only my third interaction ever with police. Pretty much in any way, apart from maybe ringing for a loud neighbour or something like that.
What sort of got you into it, or at least coming down here anyway?
Say that again.
What got you coming down here? What made you start coming down?
Well, that's part of the problem, really, isn't it? I'm going to be a bit offensive and say the really shit police interaction that I've seen down here on videos. And the thing that did it, what station are you stationed at?
We're Norwich officers, we are. So we're Norwich based.
Norwich is Norwich a station then?
Sorry?
Is Norwich a station?
No, so I say there's 3 stations.
Are you not? Sorry, I don't fully understand how all this works.
So you've got the city centre,
Yeah.
which is Bethel Street.
So are you to Bethel Street or?
No, we're near the airport, we are. So
And that's known as Norwich Station,
that's
is it?
Norwich.
Norwich North. Yeah.
Norwich North,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Are you from Norfolk? Or
No.
okay,
I have
yeah.
come down. Like I said, saw the videos and became incensed and decided to come. Not even decided. Let's be repeating myself again. I've got autism, echolalia, Tourette's, OCD, a whole bunch of other disorders. So most of the time, I can't leave the house. It's an impossibility. And I saw the videos of this going on, and before I knew it, I'd booked tickets, and my brain was just like, "You're fucking going. You're not staying at home. You can't. You're leaving."
Yeah.
I've barely left the house in like 5-7 years.
Okay.
And in between, I don't know why I shouldn't be telling you all this, but in between each of the 3 visits, I haven't left the house at all. So, like, at all, in the slightest. So it's just, I've been compelled to come down here, sadly, again, because of the interaction I've seen going on. With the police and the farmers and the protesters, and powers being wielded completely unfairly, weighted towards or weighted against one side in particular, which I'm sure you can imagine I'm talking about the protesters. People being thrown out the road. When I came down, this is what I was getting to actually, sorry. When I came down last time, 2 weeks ago, and I thought it had only been going on for like 2 or 3 years, and I asked the sergeant, or whoever was in charge that day, what contingency plan is in place for dealing with the traffic and dealing with the protest.
Yeah.
And his answer was, basically, we need to stop the protest. It's like, well, that's not our contingency plan. You're not going to go back to the 30 seconds. There's been a court case. They can have as long as they like now. It's a fully legal protest. What's the contingency plan? Well, we're just going to have to, and went on again about moving to a different timeline and turning back time or changing history or something. For this to be going on, for me to go home and then find out this to be going on for about 5 years, and there could be no plan whatsoever to deal with the traffic. That's what I was trying to get to. What he actually said was, "What do you expect us to do about it?" I don't live here.
No.
I'm not. This isn't my job. I'm just seeing the traffic. I'm seeing massive gaps between farmers and no one being forced to move. And yet, when you look at the footage of the protesters, they are physically being ejected out of the road when 30 seconds is up, which is the time they've chosen anyway. Out of the goodness of their hearts, when they could take as long as they like. They could take 90 minutes.
Yeah, it used to be, I think when I first came down, yeah, you're right, it was 30 seconds. Or
That was-
all round about that anyway.
It was the protesters that agreed to that, I think. They didn't have to, and now it's gone to court. They could keep people there for 90 minutes if they wanted to. So it seems insane that now they've decided, well, we're not going to do that, we'll just keep them for a couple of minutes. It seems insane that the police would then not have a plan, apart from trying to go back to the 30 seconds, which wasn't the police's idea in the first place. And then seeing the team briefing that happened last week as well, and just being appalled at how you guys weren't.
You was down here the other time as well.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. You weren't. The sergeant just didn't give you any information at all. Came back on, and everyone thought 30 seconds was still the thing. It hasn't been 30 seconds for months now. It's bizarre. I'm worried about the vans that are turning up. I'll tell you that though. Have I done this already? Can I get you both identified, please?
Yep, 2101.
Station.
That's the Norwich North one.
Oh yeah.
Based that.
And your name?
Just the corner number.
See, I'm finding this today.
Yeah, I'm 1888.
Station?
Stay monitored.
Norwich North, was it?
Norwich North, yeah.
So there's a weird thing that you're. When all the Carrick thing happened and the Wayne Couzens thing happened, we were all told by police forces, by the Met in particular, I guess, but it was nationwide, that we're supposed to ask for 3 forms of ID if we're slightly concerned about the police, or that that's what the policy was force-wide. But today, for the first time, I don't know how everyone seems to have been updated since last time I was here, that it's number and station, and I'm having to push to get stations, but no names at all. And I'm just a bit concerned about how on earth the police and the public can bridge that gap with all the stuff that's going on in the news. Yeah, it's the Met, but what really is the difference between the Met and every other police force?
It goes nationwide, doesn't it? If something happens,
and how is that gap going to be bridged if officers are being told to only identify by number, for fuck's sake?
One of the reasons why, especially with us, with our job, is we're like neighbourhood police officers.
Okay.
So we actually get stuck in with the community, which we love, because that interaction's there.
Yeah.
You don't get it with everyone. Some people don't want to speak to you because they're quite anti-police, but a lot of people do, and it's quite nice because you can sort of get that relationship sort of value.
Yeah.
And that
How can you do that properly though, without giving a name?
I think it's just meeting and getting to know people, and I think that sort of trust as well. So we're
Does
quite
that not
lucky
come
with
with
that.
An interaction, personal interaction,
Eventually,
characters and
people you
names?
meet constantly because they're in your area. So I think that's sort of in the boundary. They sort of go. You get more comfortable and sort of trust, and it works quite well, to be fair. But with protesting, with standing here in the bloody cold and the rain.
It changes the job, mate.
Yeah, I've done this
You can't blame the protesters for making you do some
I have to
work.
rethink it, I think. But it is nice. Some people don't get the opportunity, but we enjoy it.
Sorry, what was the opportunity?
In terms of being a neighbourhood police officers.
Right, okay, yeah.
It is nice because it sort of gets rid of boundaries, which I think is really nice.
I don't know.
Well, it works. I know that.
Yeah.
But like I say, not everyone likes to speak to us, but the ones who do, sort of like a helping hand. And,
Yeah.
You know.
But if we get random people to, I've come from a couple of counties away to do this.
Well, you might be asking how far away are you?
Let's say 2.5 hours away.
You came that far?
Yeah. Dude, there's a guy down there that drove 5 hours yesterday just to be here. Just to be here, not for the protest, but just to be here to see what the police are doing.
Okay.
I've had, in the last 2 weeks, I've had about 50,000 views of my last time here 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
People are seeing this.
Yeah, all over.
Yes, and obviously the news, well not the news, I keep saying the news in the media and it gives people an out to say, oh, it's just in the media. The Met's own investigation is showing that they're full of fucking rotters. And then I come down here and no one's willing to give a name. Everyone's just wanting to go by numbers. Those two up there are just being the rudest people I've ever met. They're not engaging at all. One of them isn't even uttering a syllable at me, to me, with me, in response to anything. And again, it's just kind of, how the fuck is this gap going to close? And we're going to have proper community policing. If whenever anyone comes down here from 5 hours away, and all the police are just like, one, and that's it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's not, I don't see how it's going to help anything. And why are there so many police here today? Have you any idea why the police presence here has increased?
Honestly do not. How does that be? I suppose you decide to have more police here, but why? Couldn't tell you.